Hey ladies, how are you? This is Coach Malaika here, and today we're going to talk about exciting topic today because I have been on the page. One thing that I noticed that there's even some people that are there like on the early 30s, okay, and talking about going to pre-menopause. So today I decided that what about we going and talk about understanding early menopause, okay? So how this is for people that are navigating the menopause like on the early or they transition onto early 30s, okay? So I have my note here and I'm gonna look it up because I want to give you guys, I don't want to miss anything, okay? So we all know that first of all, if this is your first time here, just slash that button, okay, so we can get everybody involved. I want all the women around the globe to be involved. It's far too long that menopause is like a stigma. Now let's go into diving into this topic, okay? So I do want you to understand if you are into your mid-30s and you're going through the transition, what this means actually, we call it early menopause. That's the difference between early menopause, okay, and what we also, there's also some people that go into what we call, how you call it, like you going because of some condition. We're going to go through and I'm going to share with you actually those two terminology and what they actually means, okay? So to recap, menopause is what is a common associate, is a common symptom or a common phase. I would say menopause is a transition, and that's a transition that people or every woman on the planet will be going through, okay? We're just talking about 45 to or sometimes 40 to 55. It depends now when you start the one step menopause. It depends on it's just a lot of things here that I'm gonna talk about just in a few minutes. So actually some women that who going to transition to the 30s, we call it early menopause. Why is early? Because you are not 40 yet, okay? So when you gone through it before 40, you are early, and when you go on through it, I guess is after, because normally people going to like 40 and 40, 45 and up, and then you start the transition. But this is the thing. So navigating to the transition to the 30s, menopause conversation with women in their 40s or 50s, okay? So marking the end of reproduction year. We know that when you go into 12 consecutive months without period, you are menopause, okay? So however, some women though begin the transition very early in their mid-30s. If you are someone right now that you are, how you even know that you're going to menopause? And we're also going to you have some symptoms here that I'm going to list for you. So I'll make a video also yesterday about the common symptom of perimenopause. If you're on perimenopause, you just don't know. Maybe you are not in your 40 years, you think, oh, I don't think I am perimenopause. But just check, it doesn't hurt. Check your body and see if you got some symptom. Like for me, like my story, I went through it at 37, which is before 40, okay? And that actually, when I went to that, is really it was a mess. It was because I didn't know nothing. I don't know why my body's acting this way. But at 37, I went to all the symptoms of perimenopause, okay? So when you go under 40, after 40, not really 45, you are on early, okay? If you going before 40, like on your 30s, you are what we call menopause, precoce menopause, okay? All right. So knowing that the transition began early in the mid-30s, so this phenomenon known as early or premature menopause can present a unique challenge and question. And that's what probably you are right there asking yourself, why my cycle in my 30s is irregular? Why I'm feeling this way? Why I'm going to vaginal dryness? Why my skin is messing up? I have a lot of breakage going. Sometimes too, like for me, I have also a mixture of hypothyroidism. That means that my hormones are producing way too much, okay? Some people may be hypothyroidism, where that means that their thyroid is producing less, okay? So this actually can, because understanding the cause, implication, and management strategy can help everyone, all of us, to navigate the stage of confidence and clarity. Because when you don't know where it's going with your body, how can you take off your body? And that's why I came in, because so today we're going to debunk that. So what is early menopause? Early menopause refers to this one set of menopause before the age of 45. Normally, you guys know the cutoff is 45, but it doesn't mean we're gonna learn a little bit early on, a little bit later, that it depends, because it depends a lot of factors. But to say like in general, where we say like grosso modo in French, everybody or somebody or the unique phase or unique onset will be 45 to 55. Okay, and when it occurs before the age 40, which we have, the term is called that's what we call precoce, menopause. Okay, so if it's happened before the age of 40, it's often termed premature menopause. So the transition is characterized by change in menstrual pattern, ultimately you leading to cessation of menstrual and decline in estrogen production. So estrogen production is actually the lead of all of these changes in our body. Either way is your menstrual, either way is your vaginal dryness or your skin or whatever that is, whatever's come with this, all of these symptoms, the lead of it is estrogen. So when our estrogens go low, just also it affects also the progesterone. Okay, so now cause of early menopause, what causes it? Okay, and I said before we're talking about the estrogen as the lead in general. Okay, now we have some factors. If you went to menopause early, which is that you've gone through before 40, you are way too early. Like on your mid-30, you are way too early. So genetic, first one, genetic. Okay, family issue play a significant role when it comes to one set of menopause. When you do go to menopause, it depends also how you run to your family, how your mom went to menopause, how your grandma went to menopause. So women whose mothers or sisters experience early menopause are more likely to face it in themselves, according to research. Okay. Number two, we have medical conditions. So some of us, unfortunately, we have to go to some medical condition. Conditions such as, autoimmune disorder, like I talk about hyperthyroidism, chromosomal abnormality. Okay. We also have conditions such as like a tumor, Turner syndrome. If you have a Turner syndrome, you will see yourself going to menopause early on. Okay. So all of these symptoms or all of these conditions can influence ovarian function and lead to early menopause. Another one that we have, number three, is surgical intervention. Some of us, because we have issues going, maybe we have a fibroid issues or something, or with endometriosis, we have to go into some procedure. Those procedures that involve the removal of ovarian, oophorectomies, that's a big word for Angel, for Malaika, or damage to ovarian tissue due to the chemotherapy or radiation, can induce menopause. So for some people that went to chemotherapy, you have cancer, thank God you survive it, you here, but you just have to take off your body in quickly, but as soon as you come on from the, from the treatment, you got to boost your estrogen, because all the medicine they use that can affect actually, or they can push you to be in menopause early. Okay, we also have a 4, which is a lifestyle factor, and that is one thing that we all have power to change. Okay, lifestyle factors like smoking has been linked to early onset of menopause. So people that smoke, okay, if you're a smoker, there's a possibility that you can go to menopause early on. We also have like chronic stress or certain dietary deficiency could also contribute to hormone imbalance. If you are eating but you are not getting enough of of your protein, enough of healthy fat, enough of carbohydrate, enough of your nutrient, just what you are deficiency in your body, like you don't have enough for iron, and all of these vitamin are contribute to your overall wealth. If you're deficient, you have some deficiency going on, you also can lead, or that can shift your body to go into early menopause. Okay. Now, number 5 is primary ovarian insufficiency. That's a POI. It's called primary ovarian insufficiency. So that's a condition where the ovaries stop function properly before age 40. It might be sporadically or have an autoimmune basis. I have a client, and I'm telling you, this will happen like I think 2023, when I have this lady came to me, and actually that's what was happening to her. It was a POI, where her ovaries start function, and she was only, I believe, 30 something, I believe 35, very early on, 35 or 34, if I'm remember, 37, something like that. But I know for sure that it's before 40, a couple years before 40. But then her cycles started coming, or will be very unpredictable or predictable or irregular, and she's kind of having like those symptoms of perimenopausal. So what we did, I just worked with her, and I have to get food that I know is going to boost her estrogen. That's what we did, and through prayer and through God's grace, her condition changed. Okay, so the good news is, if you are on your military and all this thing I'm talking about, you are going through them, guess what? That is the good news. You can change it. You can reverse it. I myself, I'm one of them. I was the lady at 37 years old, went through the phase of perimenopause, where at one point my cycle didn't come. I thought I'm pregnant, but no. You know, all of this thing was just because my body is shifting, my hormone, the havoc, all of that. Hyperthyroidism will take me out, but just what? I was able to reverse the condition. You can. It's not too late. Okay, that's the good news. We also have, when it happens like that, there's also what we call health complication or health implication that can happen to you. We just want to be questioned. I'm not here to scare you, but I'm giving you information so you can prepare yourself. I wish somebody told me, how you prepare yourself to go into your mid-40s, but I don't know. I don't have any idea when mine happened. But thank God I'm here. So experience menopause at early age, extending the duration of decrease of estrogen exposure, okay? Which can have several health implications. Bone health, we're talking about that. Reduced estrogen increase the risk of osteoporosis, okay? Making bone more susceptible to fracture. How many of us, some of us probably before, by the time we get to 50s or 45, going to 50, we have to do hip replacement. Why? Because we have some issue that we didn't even know. That was making our bones weak. When I'm telling you, estrogen is our friend, ladies. Once that friend, when estrogen, stop the relationship, really every part of our body will feel it. Okay, so we need to keep estrogen intact. Okay, so we also have a cardiovascular health, that can also happen. Estrogen protects against heart disease. That's why. So though its early decline can elevate cardiovascular risk. I'm not saying that you're going to have it, but there's a possibility if you don't take care of your body early on. We also have mental health, because the hormone transition can also impact mood, increasing actually the risk of anxiety, depression, and cognitive changes. Because with menopause it come a lot of stuff happen to our body. The body going, sometimes you feel you're good and next day you are not. So if you can take off your body now in your 30s, by the time you reach your 40, you are ready to go into the transition. Okay. We also have, it's like a going to battle. When sometimes I say menopause is a transition, but just it comes with a lot of challenges. So we have to get ourselves prepared. Like we're going to the battle and we're going to win no matter what. Okay? That's just my mindset. We also have hormone replacement, okay, therapy, which is it stands for HRT. Often recommended to help manage symptoms and mitigate long-term health risks, such as osteoporosis and heart disease. It's crucial to discuss the benefit and risk, because HRT I don't care what they say now, what kind of study, blah, 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 but anything that comes in contact with your body that is not, naturally in your body is going to give you some side effect. That just, I know for sure, HRT may alleviate or may help some other people, but also, I don't want you to be not known. There's also some risk with that. So once you say yes to HRT, you also yes to other things that may happen. It may be minimal for some people maybe not. Some people cannot take it. That's why I don't want people, when I hear people forcing, don't force HRT on women. No. There's a woman that choose to go into this transition as natural. Sometimes I wonder, I just ask myself, how our grandmothers went to the menopause. How? I think now, I don't think it was the way it is right now. I think their belief is just that this is something natural, and they took it from there, and they just went through it, right? But I think now these days, it's like menopause become this disease that every doctor is fighting to bring something, and then they don't actually like waving, the ethic. Because if I'm taking a lot of people are anti-depression, depression medicine, and then that give them something else. I'm just saying, if you want someone and you're looking for a way to go into the transition natural way, come and see me. I will show you the way I did it and the way I'm helping other women do the same thing. If it's a natural, then let me go natural. I believe in God's grace, that as I'm seeing friends and clients going through it gracefully, I'm telling you, I know people that you ask them, how's this menopause, symptom of menopause? I don't know what you're talking about. They're just going through it naturally. You can, it is possible. I can tell you it is very, very much possible, because I myself went through it. I'm going through it naturally. I'm now on any medicine. I take my supplement, I eat my food, you know, and I'm doing my wellness, my spiritual wellness, and that helped a whole lot. Okay? All right. So that's HIT is you take it, the benefit and the effect. Okay, so something you have to read. So you cannot forget the risk with healthcare. You know, you need to discuss that with your healthcare provider. Okay, lifestyle modification, that's something that you have power to do. A balanced diet is also that is rich in calcium, vitamin D. Regular weight bearing exercise is a great way. Avoiding smoking can support overall well-being. If you are a smoker, you're gonna find yourself actually going to this stage very, very harder. Okay, regular health checkup, and I can suggest it, ladies. Listen, at least if you don't go to at least once a year, you need to go and check your body, check your symptoms. You know, check your body. Make sure you done all your your hormone, your food panel, your full hormone panel. Okay, when's the last time you went and tell the doctor, hey, let me check my iron, let me check my calcium level, let me check the vitamin D. Do you know that vitamin D is like a hormone? Once your vitamin D is also low, affect other vitamins. Do you know that? And some of us, we can help digest, like you're talking about iron, some of us can digest iron. So, oh, my doctor prescribes me this, but I'm taking the iron, I'm eating all the iron food. What happened? Some of us cannot digest iron. I'm one of them. And I had to help my body. So what you do is just all the thing that we teach in our classes when we do our coaching membership. I show people how, if your body doesn't, you eat iron all the time, you take supplement, add iron rich food, but your doctor always tell you that you are low in iron, come and talk to me. There is a secret that you can do to make sure that your body absorbs iron. Just like turmeric, when the big thing about, oh, turmeric can help you lose weight, blah blah blah, inflammation, yes, but do you know that our body rejects turmeric? Our body doesn't like turmeric. When you inject turmeric to your body, your body won't digest it. I promise you, 99%. But this is what the scientific found out, and that's for my panel, the Usanans company. They found out that if you put your body like fat, our brain alone, I believe, is by 65% of fat just to function. The body loves fat, but healthy fat. So when you put turmeric with fat, your body says, oh yeah, give it to me. It's gonna absorb it very, very nicely. Okay, so if you are there and pumping up some turmeric without anything else, you're just wasting your time. Okay, all right. Now, you have to check out routine monitor for heart health and bone density is important to early intervention and maintain quality of life. Mental health support, cognitive behavior therapy is always good to talk to people. If you need a counseling, go to counseling. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like sometimes we can say, oh, I have a headache, oh, I have stomach ache, but when it comes to our mental, it's like there's this shame or stigmatization, like, oh, I don't want to tell somebody that right here is not working well. That's nothing wrong. Don't be ashamed of your game. That's nothing wrong. It's just like part of wellness. Your mental is very important, just as your legs. So why not? If you don't feel good, if right here is not working, why not? That's what we got doctors for. That's what we got health coaches for, that are trained to help you. So to change the trajectory of your thoughts. You have help, so use them. Okay. And when you think about all of this, so early menopause, why is less common, is significant life event that require informed management. And I am here, I can tell you, when I was going through my doctor, I didn't know what was going on with me, because they look at my age, they say, you are now menopause. But guess what? I wish they just check any further. But thank God that, because I like to dig in the information, I was able to find out exactly what's wrong with me and able to reverse the transition. Now I'm going through the pre-menopause, but I'm going through it the way it's supposed to. Okay, but understanding the factor contribute to early menopause and utilize available resources, you can control. You can be, in control of your health and your wellness. So, women, you can navigate the transition effectively, and that's what I want you to do. You can do it. It is possible. People have done that, and they're still doing it. So don't let anybody tell you that, oh no, you just, you old, or is that's no way, that natural way cannot do it. That's not true. What happened to the people that have been here before us? Thousands of generations before us. What happened? How they manage menopause? You can, and I'm sure that you will. Okay? So now I do want to show you, like, when we're talking about what is the difference between early menopause and premature menopause. So early menopause occurs between the age of 40 and 45. 44, before the 45, okay? That's when you're going through it without 45. You are early, okay? Now, premature menopause refers to the menopause occurring before the age of 40. So anytime that you're going to 40, 41, before 45, you are early. Normally, it's between the age of 45 and up, okay? Now, if you started on under 40, like your mid-30s, like me, at 37, I started my perimenopausal. I was actually, on that time, what we call premature menopause, because I didn't reach the age 40 before I started having the symptom. All of these things, either way, is early menopause, premature menopause. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. It can be reversed. I'm telling you, don't let nobody lie to you. They will tell you, oh, blah, blah, they put all the theory together, but I promise you, nobody knows your body than you. If God designed this body, that's the time that God designed, and your body is going through it with, before that time, I promise you, by God's grace, you will able to reverse it. I did it, and I help other women do the same. Okay, so I thank you today. This is what I have today for you. I hope this. So if you are someone that you just you kind of like trying to figure out what is actually, oh, and also I want to give you the symptom of like early menopause, or basically it's gonna be irregular period, have flashes and night sweat. You're also gonna have mood swing, irritability, vaginal dryness, sleep disturbance, decreased libido. All of those are example of a late 30s woman that is having already perimenopause symptom. Okay, so I thank you, and subscribe to the channel. Why? Because when you subscribe, it helps the algorithm to give or to show, to display this video to other people. And why? When people join us, we all can push up this movement. Okay, we can change life across the globe, one woman after another. Okay, I thank you, ladies, and I see you next time. Ciao for now.